Thanks for joining me today for Soapbox Daily. Hey, this is episode 44, and I'm your host, Mad Morgan. Just want to apologize to all my listeners that today we were a little delayed today, just a little delayed. We had some family matters to take care of that ran a little longer than we were expecting, which caused us to get back into the studio to do recordings of today's episode a little late, so I do apologize for that. But hey, here we are at episode 44, and today we're going to dial it back a little. Today we're going to talk something a little fun, a little off the usual, and today's topic is, what does your country have that others do not? Something unique. You know, I'm pretty sure I'm good with this list and the research that I did. I might be a little off, but as far as I know, this is stuff that in my country, which is Canada, is unique in that sense. I mean, there's a lot of unique things about a lot of countries, and I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you about what is unique about your country. So by all means, check us out, Mad Soapbox on Twitter. Let me know. Post some replies into the actual show posting, and let me know. I'd be curious to hear what's unique about your country. And as always, hey, how is your integrity today? We're almost done the week. It's a Thursday. I hope everybody's integrity's been intact. I hope everybody's being the change the world needs. Positivity, moving onwards and upwards, being good to your neighbors, doing the right thing. This is always good. And hey, please check out getoffmysoapbox.com for more information on this show and our long format show of Get Off My Soapbox, which we had another show last night. Last night's show, Wednesday's night show, was a little off the cuff, but it was still interesting. I do my best to put 110% in every single one of my shows, so I hope some of you enjoyed it out there. I've been getting some positive feedback already first thing this morning, so it's been really nice to hear, which is great, so thank you very much, and thank you again for being here and listening today. So let's get into this. I'm currently in Canada. This is currently where I live, and there's some interesting things. I came across some interesting lists, and just to get off the get-go, something I do want to share, that supposedly there's certain foods you can only get in Canada, like snacks and treats and stuff, which I found is kind of interesting that only Canada has these kind of things. But supposedly Caramilk, which is a Cadbury chocolate bar, Kinder Surprise, Hickory Sticks, Dill Pickle Chips, Mars bars, Beaver Tails, Nyamo bars. It's stuff that we take for granted here because we've always had it in our face. It's always been like a constant, regular thing. This is interesting. And as I said, it's just some of the interesting stuff I came through when I was actually doing some research. But yeah, I guess there's a lot of things that are unique to certain parts of the world that we just take for granted where we are, but aren't available elsewhere. So let's look into some trivial facts, which you might find interesting. This is, of course, I'm trying to stay away from the tourist sites that are promoting Canada, but I have to agree with some of these points I'm going to share with you today, which is unique about Canada. Unrivaled scenery. We have beautiful scenery. This is true. We have great mountains, sparkling blue lake, and vast stretches of pristine forest, which unfortunately are getting torn down more and more each day, but that's another story. Varied climate. That's one thing that I will say that we have. We have a varied climate. I've always kidded about people when it comes to Canada that one day you can have all four seasons. Yes, all four seasons. Spring, summer, fall, winter. You can have them all in one day, and I've actually experienced you can have all seasons in one day. Another true fact about Canada is we do have a very much of a multicultural society. Technically, we have two official languages. One's English, one's French. Been a constant, consistency there. And we're talking not just speaking, but signs and literature, packaging. Yeah, believe it or not, even shows, English and French kind of mixture. So, but there's a lot of other cultures that we have in Canada because we do have a tendency to take in people from other parts of the world and, invite them to our society. Supposedly quality of life. Now, this one's kind of debatable, but supposedly it's a higher quality of life than most places. And I can imagine in comparison to our neighbors to the south, which is the US, I say we have a better quality of life. Lower crime rate than the States for sure. Peaceful politics? I'd have to say yes, definitely peaceful politics, because our politicians don't require Secret Service. They don't require much security, really, because really our politicians aren't worth much. We do set a bar for peaceful living. World-renowned education system. Now, this is one thing I'm definitely going to have to agree with. We do have a lot of smart people that have studied in Canada and then got training in Canada and education in Canada. So, I'd have to say, we suppose we lead the way for many countries. 91% of Canadians have completed upper secondary education, which is a good thing. Education is important. Stay in school, get the paperwork, get it done. Final facts to get on this. Canada has the longest coastline in the world. Canada is home to more than half the world's lakes, believe it or not. That could be a problem down the road. The literacy rate is 99%. I must be that 1%. Montreal is the second largest French-speaking city after Paris. Canada has the world's longest non-military border. World's longest. That's something to boast about. And also, almost 90% of Canada is uninhabited. There's tons of land here. Probably why we keep taking people in, because we're only about 1/10 of what the U.S. is population-wise. But hey, there's some information, there's some facts and everything else I wanted to share with you about Canada. It's just touching the tip of the iceberg, but I wanted to give you some rough ideas. I mean, there's a lot of marvelous things about your country if you actually look around. This is some tips about, some stuff about Canada I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you found it informative. By all means, hey, give us a review, give us some feedback, let me know. Check out our website. If you want to head over to Patreon, by all means, we could always use some financial support to keep the show going. So I do appreciate that. Or just share us on social media. Share our shows, tell people about us. We'd appreciate that. So I'm going to wrap this up for today. Hey, I'm your host, Mad Morgan. I hope you have a marvelous day moving forward, and I will see you next episode. Bye for now.